Hello everyone, it's Sandra and welcome to today's video. I can't believe it's that time of the year again. It's time to do another Project Pan. So welcome to Project Pan 2024. Project Pan is a challenge that has been going on in the online beauty community for many years, and it's something that I always enjoy doing. It's a great way to learn about your makeup preferences as they change over time, to learn about what really makes you love a product, what really makes you reach for a product. It's a great way to learn how long it actually takes to use up a certain product, and maybe you can use that information to guide your purchasing decisions in the future. So for me, it's just been a great exercise that helps me be a little bit more mindful about my beauty consumption. It's fun for me, so that's why I enjoy doing it. It obviously doesn't have to be 10 products. I have been doing 10 products, I don't know, just because it's a nice even number, but you can have any amount of products that you want. I've seen some people do 24 products that they would like to use up in 2024. So you can be as ambitious with it as you would like. I like to just stick to 10, and I do a rolling project pan. So if something that was in my project pan last year that I didn't get to finish and the product is still good and it's still bringing me joy, then I just carry that over into the new year. I'm not super militant about it. Like I said, to me, this is an enjoyable challenge. I want to have fun doing it. To me, makeup, beauty should not feel like a chore. It shouldn't feel like a chore. It shouldn't feel harrowing. It shouldn't feel overwhelming. So I'm constantly working towards it just feeling fun all the time. So that includes my project pan, and I like to set myself up for success. I don't choose 10 products that are going to be really hard to finish in a year. I would never choose 10 blushes or eyeshadows or things like that. I like to choose products that are either, maybe halfway done already, and I've done half the hard work already. Now it's great. Let's just focus on using it up. Or products that I really love, but they are, maybe types of products that tend to go bad faster, and I would love to use them up before they go bad. I don't want them to go to waste. And it's products that I genuinely enjoy using on a regular basis. If a product becomes something that I no longer look forward to applying, like I said, if it ever starts to feel like a chore, then I just allow myself to let go of that product, because that's a lesson learned. And to me, a lesson learned is not a failure. Those are just some of my personal tips. I don't know if that will help you in your own personal project pan journey. It's makeup. It's not that deep. We're supposed to have fun and enjoy our makeup products and be creative with it. And yeah, that's just what I've been doing. Let's do a little recap of my Project Pan 2023. Because I didn't get to use up all 10 products, I have a little bit of a carryover. Let's start with the things that I did successfully use up in 2023. Starting with the Chantecaille Just Skin Tinted Moisturizer. Then I used up the Eldridge Affair Lip Gloss. I really enjoyed it, but by the end of it, it did start feeling a bit like a chore. So to me, that just told me that it's not a type of color that I really need to have in my collection. I also used up the Jouer bronzer stick, a great product, but that bronzer stick also had a highlighter stick at the other end, and I never reached for the highlighter stick. So I don't really love dual-ended products like that. I used up the By Terry. Oh, this one hurts because this is one of my favorite foundations that got discontinued. The By Terry Sheer Expert Foundation. Then I used up the Burberry Velvet Lip Crushes, another favorite product of mine. Those were so old. I was honestly mesmerized at how long they held up over the years. I had them in 3 different shades. Then the last thing I finished up before the year ended was the Becca bronzer in the shade Capri Coast. Look at this. This really lasted a long time. I feel like this was in my project pan 2 or 3 years in a row. Finally said goodbye to it. Now, when it comes to my project pan fail from 2023, I was very ambitious and I had all 3 of my Roen quads in there, and my goal was to hit pan on at least 1 shade in each of the quads. I think I hit pan on one of the shades from the 1111 quad. I don't remember if I hit pan on any of the shades from the warm quad, but those 2 quads went bad. at one point in the year, and I had to let them go. They started smelling weird, and the texture wasn't as smooth as it used to be. Now, there was one last quad standing. This was the 52 degree quad, so this was the cooler toned one, and I did hit pan on one of the shades, so I met my goal a little bit. And while this is still fine, it doesn't smell weird, it's still relatively creamy. It is starting to feel a little bit dry, but this quad is what, like 4 years old now? And the truth is, I don't want to use this anymore. It doesn't bring me joy. And I'm allowing myself to let it go. There's nothing wrong with it, but anytime I've tried to use it, I just don't like the way my eye makeup looks. There are so many other eyeshadow formulas that I would rather be using. So I'm going to let this one go. Thank you for the memories, but yeah, I don't know, maybe it's just the way my eyelid skin is like aging over time. I just can't handle these like chunky shimmers anymore. And these are very much that lived in rock and roll kind of eye. And I've been gravitating towards just lighter, a more refined, low-key sheen on the eyes. So I'm going to let that go. The products I'm carrying over into this year's project pan are the Sisley HD powder. What is this called? The Blur Expert powder. I'm very surprised that this powder is still going strong because I use this at least 3 times a week. I go through phases in which I use it daily. I use it more as a finishing powder nowadays. I really enjoy it. As you can see, I've hit pan on it. It's still going strong. It's nice to know because this is a very expensive powder, so it's nice to know that it does last a long time. And I also go through phases with it, phases in which I really, really love it and I really appreciate it and I would repurchase it in a heartbeat, and phases in which I'm like, is this really making a difference? I don't know. I honestly think it depends on what foundation I pair with it. Nonetheless, this is being carried over into Project Pan 2024. And then the other 2 products are my Surratt Lipsliques in the shade Gamine and Paramour. Again, very surprised that these are still going strong. It's kind of hard to know how much I have left because this is the type of lip product that you could only click up. You can't click it back down. So I could be running out of them next week. I won't know, but I really, really love these. I put them in my project pan because I love them and I wanted to use them up before they go bad. They're quite similar. They're both kind of like peachy coral, nudes. Paramour is a little bit more pale, a little bit more peachy. Gamine is a little bit more coral. It's a really great sheer, shiny, comfortable lip formula. I really love the packaging as well. I really like how sleek it is. The other lip product that I would love to finish up this year is the Chantecaille Lip Chic in the shade Honeysuckle. Again, I love this. This is one of my favorite lipsticks. This is the oldest Chantecaille Lip Chic that I have, and I am pretty close to using this up, and I would love to use this up before it goes bad. This is a very similar lip formula to the Surratt Lipslique. This is a bit more of a rosy pink color, a really great My Lips But Better color. So yeah, this will probably be living in my handbag. For complexion, I would love to finish my Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Concealer. This is a relatively new bottle, a new old bottle, because this is a backup that I had from the old formula. This concealer has since been reformulated, and I just had a backup hanging on to it for old memory's sake, but I would love to just use it up and enjoy it. So I'm going to focus on using this up this year, and I'm not allowing myself to buy any new concealer until I use this up. For foundation, I'm putting my Chantecaille Future Skin foundation in Project Pan just because, again, I love this product and I would like to use it up before it goes bad. This formula, the suggested, the period after opening on it is 12 months, which means that 12 months after you first open this, that's how long it's guaranteed to be good for. And then after that, it might last longer, it might not. That's basically how I interpret that. And, I pay close attention to the texture, to the smell. If things start to look a little bit wonky, if the formula starts to separate, it starts to smell weird, then I know that it has gone bad. I really love this foundation. I use this in the shade Vanilla, and yeah, it still smells fine, but it is in a giant jar and it's constantly being exposed to air. So it is at high risk of going bad before finishing. So that's why I'm putting it in my project pan, so that it's top of mind and that I reach for it more often, because I want to show it all the love, because it's a great product. When it comes to cheeks, a very similar thought process goes to the Westman Atelier Face Trace Stick and Biscuit. I think I got this in one of the Credo sales, and I think it was maybe 3 years ago. So it's definitely past, I mean, here it says 18 months. It's definitely past its prime, but it's still performing fine. It still doesn't smell bad, but Westman Atelier is a clean beauty brand, and a lot of the times clean beauty brands, they don't use as strong of a preservative system as conventional beauty brands, and that means that the products tend to go bad a little bit faster. So I don't want that to happen. I want to savor and enjoy this beautiful product. In retrospect, I would definitely repurchase this 100%, but I would repurchase the mini rather than the big stick, just because I don't contour every single day, but I do really, really love this product. The Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Skin Enhancer. Throwing myself a bone here because I know I can use this up within the year. You know, I've already hit pan on it, and it's gonna be great to just be motivated to keep going. This is quite old. I got this, again, the period after opening is 12 months. It's definitely been longer than that. I've had this for, I think, close to 2 years now. Doesn't smell bad or anything, but again, I don't want to risk it. I don't want this to go rancid. It's a product that I really love, so I want to have it top of mind so I can use this daily, especially now that I've streamlined my bronzer collection. This is the only cream bronzer that I have in my life right now, and it's probably something that I would repurchase. This is a liquid eyeshadow from Eldridge. It's the Liquid Lurex in the shade Emily. I have had one of these go bad already, but this one is still fine. It doesn't smell weird. It still performs, and I'm about halfway through, and I just want to remember to use it and love it. It's such a gorgeous shimmery taupe. I love this so much. I probably would repurchase it. You can really build it up. You can sheer it out. It has this really beautiful sheen, and the glitter particles are very, very small and refined, a lot smaller than the glitters in the Roen palette, for example. The glitters are so small and tightly packed, it almost gives you a wet sheen on the eyes. I'm just wary about having multiple shades of it. I would probably just stick to having one at a time. And the shade Emily is my personal favorite out of all the color offerings. I don't know if she's going to come out with more shades, but Emily is the one for me. This last product will be my biggest challenge, I think, just because it is a blush. Anytime I've ever had a blush in my project pan, it has taken me multiple years to use this up. But I am hoping that it won't be the case for this cute little jar. This is the Finding Ferdinand and Khaki collaboration from this summer. She came out with a bunch of really, really beautiful shades. It was called the Summer Abroad collection, and this is my favorite shade. And surprise, surprise, it is quite neutral, but it is such a gorgeous color. It's the shade called Latte. It's just the most beautiful dusty pink. It is pigmented, it's creamy, it's dewy, and it's a clean beauty brand, and I think the period after opening is 12 months on it. So I would love to be able to enjoy this and use it up before it goes bad. Look at this color. This was limited edition, but I think she's launching a new range with them soon, so I'm sure it's going to be amazing. And despite how dewy it is, and me having obviously more combination oily skin, if I set this with just a little bit of translucent powder, the actual pigment stays on really well. I'm very curious if you are going to be embarking on the Project Pan journey this year as well. Let me know in the comments. I'm rooting for you. I think it's such a fun challenge to do. Don't beat yourself up if it doesn't go as amazingly. It should just be fun. It's not that deep. It should just be fun. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you're having a really beautiful day. I'm wishing you all good luck if you're also going to be doing Project Pan with me this year, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.